Welcome to this conference created for you by Assure for Life. My name is Mariana, psychologist, and today we're going to talk about quality of life. The specific topic will be what it is burnout and how to deal with it. When we talk about quality of life topics, we talk about situations and also strategies that we can develop and also learn to improve our quality of life. Remember that this space is created for reflection and learning, and also we would like to know your comments and suggestions that you can have to these kind of conferences. When we talk about burnout, we talk about different situations that maybe can come with a lot of demands that comes with the work or some kind of activities that I do during the entire day or even every day. When we talk about burnout, it's knowing like a syndrome. It's not an illness or even a feeling of sickness. When we talk about burnout, is a syndrome that comes with a lot of different symptoms that we would like to also share with you in this conference, but we would like to give you the difference to understand that maybe these syndromes with the time can come with an illness or even a mental disorder. When we talk burnout, we don't talk only about the situations that are connected with one specific job. Can happen also with the caregivers. When we talk about the caregivers, we talk about the professional caregivers or even the family member that take in charge of themselves the health of one of the family members. When we talk about these kind of situations, we would like to share with you some kind of professions that have high demands of activities and also some kind of situations that they feel that must be in charge, and most common will be the areas of education, healthcare, professional and not professional, and the law enforcement. When we talk about also the caregivers, we talk about this kind of people that comes with that phenomenal situation like I need to take care of this person even when I'm not a professional person as a caregiver, like these kind of medical professionals. When we talk about burnout, we can talk about that is a syndrome that can arise in any type of work activity and institution. It most often affects the caring activities and care for others, including educators, police, military, and public employees. Those are kind of professional situations and professional roles that most of the time can develop the burnout syndrome. But also, we need to understand that it's not necessary that you feel this burnout in your body, like physical symptoms. The most of the times, the burnout comes in your mind. In your mind, you will find different symptoms that will be the confirmation that maybe you are experiencing the burnout syndrome. So, what it is burnout? According to the WHO World Health Organization, burnout syndrome is a result of chronic work stressors that are not successful deal with. Remember that previously we talked about the stress, and also you can handle and also manage the stress factors in your life, but in this kind of situations, these factors will not deal in the best way. It's typified by emotional awareness or fatigue, on personalization, and low personal fulfillment. These three aspects comes with the burnout syndrome like the most common symptoms. And in the same way, we need to look every one of them to understand a little bit more, and maybe at the same time you realize if maybe you are experiencing a burnout syndrome. Let's start with the first one, emotional awareness or fatigue. These symptom will come with these kind of signs. The worker or caregiver, remember that it's not only connected with the job. If you are a caregiver, you need to also take a little bit more of attention if you are experiencing this kind of symptoms of fatigue or emotional awareness. They can experiencing this progressive lack of emotional energy, and comes in this way: the high requirement of activities and attention. A caregiver and a hard worker will have a lot of demands of attention and a lot of demands of activities. Uncertainty and work overload. You need to work a lot of hours every day, and also you need to count every hour that you work every day, more than 10, more than 14. Most of the time the caregivers can work like 14 and 18 hours every day. So that comes with a lot of fatigue, not only as a physical way, will come with a lot of fatigue as an emotional way. You need to take care of someone, and also that comes with a lot of responsibility. Having to take on new roles. If you maybe are demanded with a lot of different roles, not only in your job, you need to be in charge also of your home, cleaning, being in charge of the kids, being in charge of your partner, or even being in charge of different situations that are happening in your private life. If it's necessary, or even you don't have anyone more to support with, these kind of questions we will answer with the conference, and also understanding a little bit more of what it is, the emotional awareness, or how you can understand it and see it maybe if you are experiencing. Making changes in their routine. If even you need to change your routine to complete the kind of activities or the kind of demands, maybe you are forgetting all the things that you need to do, your own needs to complete the kind of activities, the kind of demands, or even as a caregiver, complete the demands of the other that you are caring. Witness the pain or suffering of others. Most of the time, you start to feel that all the things that you are doing, all the care that you are giving to the person is not enough. Maybe the person is not or is not progressive with the illness they have. Maybe is now worse, and you start to understand that is, or even to believe that it's not necessary, it's not enough, all the things that you are doing, and that comes with a lot of frustration, and also you start to suffering as the same way that the person that you are caring. Knowing this, we will need to talk about the second situation. The second situation comes with some psychological symptoms, their own personalization. Faced with overload, the worker or caregiver will neglect his or her own needs and health, exposing him or herself to unhealthy lifestyles. Let's see some kind of them. Negative attitude about everything that is happening and how they can handle the situation. Also, poor empathy, not only for the caring person, also poor empathy for themselves, with some kind of quotes or expressions that comes like, I'm not enough, I'm not doing the best thing that I can do, or even what I'm doing is not helping to the person that I am caring, or even to the company or for my partners in the job. Weak communication. In most of the times when you lose or you start with the unpersonalization, you stop or avoid the communication, and then comes with isolation, and even you stop to feel connected with the people or connected with the life. For that reason, the communication stops or even starts to decrease with the time. This humanized care, sometimes you stop to care about even yourself and even about your needs. If you are care or caregiving, most of the time you stop to take care of your routines, even about the food that you can eat every time. You stop your healthy routines just only for care of the other person. And also the jobs, the hard workers start to change the healthy habits, avoiding some kind of situation or even the connection with the people they love, because they need to work all the time and answer all the common demands that they have all the time. And the last one will be attention to the urgent but not the important. Every time you need to answer the urgent situations, and then you don't have time to be in charge of the important uh, mm, demands, or even your important demands, like the uh, family members that maybe needs you, or even some kind of situation that comes with the things that you like, the things that you love, and the things that also be part of yourself. So just understand and answer that your reaction is urgent, and what you need to do is for do it right now. Then that comes with a loss of reality perception, and then you lost what kind of things are so important also for your health and for the health of the others. And the third symptom will be love self-fulfillment. Let's talk about a little bit more about that. Employees or caregivers being to feel unappreciated. They start to feel that what kind of things they do are not appreciated or not enough. Distrust of their own abilities and efficiency to perform their work. They perceive that their efforts do not bring the expected benefits or achievements. That is so common. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Comes with this kind of signs: disagreement, frustration, low self-esteem, and difficulties in relations with others. This is so common with the person that is a hard worker, that is not appreciated into their own company, and think that maybe they need to do a lot of different things more to be appreciated their work. Or even the caregivers feel that frustration because all the time they try to do all the medical recommendations to their person that is sick, and what happens is that they notice that the sick person is still being bad or even worse. So they come with this kind of different signs: disagreement, frustration, low self-esteem, and difficulties in relations with others. Knowing that, we would like to share with you the reactions and symptoms. Let's see this slide and read it with me. The physical reactions and symptoms will be chronic fatigue, frequent aches and pains, that is so common, insomnia, hypertension, accidents, errors, or forgetfulness. Remember, if you notice more than 6 or 10 of these symptoms, maybe you are experiencing the burnout syndrome. And the emotional symptoms will be irritability, poor emotional control, impatience, anxiety, and confusions. Other reactions and symptoms in the mind will be perception of failure, low self-esteem, as we previously stated, powerlessness, lack of attention, poor memory, and low self-fulfillment. And as a behavioral, we look like these kind of symptoms: inflexibility, isolation, surface treatment, persistent complaints, no-show, and risk behaviors. Remember, as I told you, if you have more than 6 or 10 of these symptoms, maybe you are experiencing the burnout syndrome. Now, we need to talk about the most important factors are about the burnout symptoms. The high responsibility and high levels of dependence. When you are a caregiver, most of the time the caregiver person will ask you and demand you to just only be you, the person that take care. Or even if you are in charge of a team in a company, most of the time your boss will ask you that just only be you in charge of that team. And that will come with a lot of stress and also feel that maybe you don't have other options just accepting that job or that kind of work. Overlap activities and the circumstances in which the activity is provided. It's so important to understand and take into account these factors. In these situations, if you have clear these 3 factors, we can also understand maybe the thing that I need to be in a church is understand that these 3 factors will come always connected with a burnout syndrome. Remember the situations. When we talk about burnout, we need to talk about, although burnout is not a disease, it's just a syndrome, its consequences or effects do involve disorders or mental health and subjective well-being, as well as changes in physical health status and effects on work performance, depression, and anxiety. Remember, it's not a disease, but can develop a mental health disorder. And then if you don't work to better or stop or be in charge of that situation, maybe can develop a depression or anxiety disorder. Knowing that, we would like to share with you these strategies to handle or reduce work stress. The first one will be make a self-care plan. This is so important and also will be the key for have a great develop of yourself in this kind of situation. If you realize that maybe you are experiencing a burnout syndrome, or even if you are now experiencing a lot of work stress, even to avoid the burnout syndrome and then different mental disorder. When we talk about self-care plan, we talk about these strategies. Manage feelings such as guilty and stress. Remember that you are not guilty, that maybe the process or the treatment will be successful. And also this stress will be, as we previously talked in the conference about less stress and more health. Remember that maybe in this kind of situation of a lot of stress, we need to change the lifestyle and sometimes we look for professional support. Enhance the daily self-care activities, like the things that you love to do, like the routine of sleeping and eating will be so important. And also remembering you that you are doing this job or you are caregiving with this purpose. Remember you all that every day that you can. Make time for rest and recreation. Even if you are a caregiver or if you have a lot of job, you need to look for this kind of these days that you have your rest to do the things that you love, the things that you like it. Just do it because you enjoy it. All that kind of moments will give you the chance to accept and also feel the joy with life. Not only rest all the day, maybe 1 or 2 hours you can dedicate for something that you like it and love to do. Strengthen your abilities, remembering that you are the person that are doing or completing this activity, but then at the same time you can develop different abilities that maybe you previously have, and sometimes with all this stress you forget it that you have the ability. Take care of your self-esteem. Remember you that you are doing a great job, and in the same time, if you can handle it in the best way, it doesn't matter. That doesn't change all the great person that you are. Learn to say no and set limits. Remember, not always you can handle everything, and also you can look for the support of others that you can trust. Active your support network. This is so important. If you realize that maybe for you it's not easy to be a caregiver or a person that can be in charge of all the job that you have, you will look for the help. Hold regular meetings and family meetings. In these regular meetings with the family, you can also choose for a person as a caregiver can also be other caregiving for you and for your family. And in the same way, you can also take more time to rest, and the others can be in charge also of the care of the persons. And if you are maybe have partners with the ones that you can trust, in the same time you can leave a lot of different job for them. Seek for professional help. Remember, if you need a little bit more of help with the person that can advise to you about what will be better for you to handle these situations, to be a better caregivers, or even if you feel out of this fatigue, you can look for the support of professional, and then that person can help you to understand what is better, or maybe if you are having a lot of stressful factors in your life. Remember that if you are part of a cheerful life, you can look for that professional support. Find relief caregivers. Relief caregivers will be the person that can help you with the care of the person that you love, and at the same time to help you to complete the first strategy that we bring to you, the self-care plan. That will be the way that also you can care of yourself. Make a love calendar. Make a love calendar is a strategy that we bring to you, like a family strategy that you can apply as a family if you are taking care of a person, or maybe if you are having a lot of job. Also, it comes with responsibilities in the home that not only you need to be in charge, you can give to others different responsibilities, and then when your the work day ends, you can come to your home and just rest. Don't be in charge or completing some home task like making food or cleaning the house, not because other family members complete the tasks before you come, and then you can feel that you come to your home just to rest and get a little bit more of energy. We have other strategies for you. Decrease the overload or number of hours spent, enhance in preventive or corrective actions, keep good and healthy communication, and explore more options. More options will be maybe change of job, or even look for other caregiver that could maybe be a professional person that as a family you can pay for that help, and in the same time you can still caring of that person that needs that care, but at the same time the other professional person can be in charge of that care. Remember, you are only as important as the people that you care for or serve. You still being so important as the same that the person that you are caring for, or even for the person that you work for. The care that you have for yourself will be the key for maybe at the end of the day feel more satisfaction and also achieve your goals. Remember that if you need to look for support or a consultation about what it be better for your healthy habits, or maybe to look for a better job or for be a better caregiver, you can look for the support that we bring to you as a part of a cheerful life. And if you are not member, you can still be in part of this company following us in our social medias, or even subscribing to our YouTube channel, where we always have different topics for you about quality of life and also grieving process. We would like to invite you to the upcoming conferences that will be May 21st. We will talk about how to honoring our mothers, how to commemorate them, and the other conference will be in June 4th. That will be how to manage your time. The next one will be about the grieving process, and the other conference on June will be about quality of life. Thank you so much for your time, and also to participate in a conference. Remember to let your comments and suggestions in our YouTube channel, and that a cheerful life is what we all deserve.